Why are you avoiding conflict? Hey, how's it going? I'm Isaac from Motivation Inspired. I'm glad you're here. So, in today's video, we're going to be looking into how to avoid conflict, right? So, why are we avoiding conflict? Many of us already know that answer because they don't want to deal with the people they're dealing with any situation or circumstances in our life. So, how do we get over these hurdles? So, I have 3 points that's going to help you understand, hopefully, a little bit better and clarity when you deal with conflict, and it will definitely change your perspective and what you do in a situation like this. Okay, starting with number one, uh, you have to own it. You have to own things that basically none of us don't want to do. Okay, so if it's your fault, own your mistakes, because you know what, in the long run you will understand the uh, difference as an individual, how well you handle things, right? So when you own it, you also want to ask forgiveness. Okay, First John chapter 1 verse 7 through 10. I'm going to walk you through that real quick here. You got to walk in the light. You got to walk in the light, and you have to be in a situation where you can say, you know what, I am in the light because God is in the light. And therefore, when we understand that, we start walking in the light. Okay, also we have to understand that it also purifies us from sin. Okay, so when you own up your mistake and say, hey, you know what, I'm sorry, I did this, and I was asking you forgiveness. Okay, so it sheds a little light on your path, your walk with Christ, because it's a lot easier that way when you avoid those specific conflicts. Now, speak the truth. Okay, so what happened? What happened? The fact that you can't speak the truth. Well, there's certain things that, because of those conflicts that we deal with in our walk with Christ or anything, we try to avoid that. So we kind of retrieve back what we want to really kind of speak out. Okay, so when you speak the truth, if you have been hurt, you need to come to that person humbly and say, hey, wait, can we talk? Can we talk? Because, you know, I am hurt and I need you to understand where I'm coming from. Okay, so when you go to that person, you avoid the conflict and you see how to unfold these things. Now, that's if you can get to an understanding with that individual, because they probably don't want to deal with you. Okay, so if you come there humbly and you actually get to them and you ask them, hey, you know what, I need to talk to you right away. Okay, let's look into Ephesians chapter 4 verses 29 through 32. Very simple. Go ahead and read that, but I'm going to go ahead and share that with you. Don't say the things that are harsh or bad, you know, to hurt one another. Okay, because while you in that speaking terminology mode or have a, you know, great conversation, stop speaking bad against that individual, because what ends up happening is that you start the conflict all over again, right? So in order for us to avoid it the right way, we're coming in front confronting the situation so it doesn't become a conflict. Okay, I know many of times, I know, like, you know what, I'm going to stay away from that person because I don't want to deal with it, you know, because I already find myself sometimes in that situation. But sometimes you have to own it, you have to speak out, and you have to say what's really going on. Okay, you know, also you have to give grace. And the next thing I need you to understand is that you got to give grace. Colossians chapter 3 verse 13 talks about, don't be angry. Okay, instead of resolve the issue with each other. Okay, and forgive one another. Forgive, that's right. When we do that, we avoid any future conflict with the individual. It may be the last time you talk to that individual for a long time, but at least you confronted your conflicts and you dealt with it in a manner that pleases God Himself. Thanks for watching Motivation Inspired. I'm glad you made it to the end of the video. If you have not yet subscribed, go ahead and click that button. Tell people how to deal with conflicts in their lives by watching this channel. Share it, and we'll see you on the next video.